Yes Bank has got its first non-promoter, or is all set to get its first non-promoter CEO. That should be from the 1st of March. Ravneet Gill, who's currently heading Deutsche Bank's operations in India, will take over the corner office at Yes Bank. The Yes Bank stock rallied 9% after the appointment by close of day. At one point in time, it was even 15% higher. That was also because the bank reported a largely stable set of third quarter numbers. There was a marginal rise in bad loans due to a 2,500 crore rupee exposure to IL&FS, but net of that, the bank's NPAs had come down, and that may be another reason why you saw the share moving up. We have some experts joining us on that. Yes, Ashvin Parekh of Ashvin Parekh Advisory Services is with us. In a bit, he's with us on the phone line all the way from Kuala Lumpur. Mr. Parekh, the stock market has greeted the appointment of Ravneet Gill with a thumbs up. Do you think that the bank has kind of turned the corner and a new man will bring, better prospects? Or do you think there can be a period of kitchen sinking?
Well, I mean, I would say there are three things, which immediately come to my mind. First, of course, is that the board of Yes Bank has really given out a good message, to everybody, suggesting very clearly that here is someone, the best possible person available, in the system. And also, more importantly, that person will not be under any influence or control, of the previous chairman. So to that extent, the message seems to have got well received by the investors. So that's very clear,
Okay.
The second one I thought was, the way the bank has functioned so far, and the way perhaps Mr. Gill must have worked, earlier with Deutsche and in his past experience. Maybe a vast difference. This bank has had one senior, one chairman and CEO, and they were very used to working in a certain manner. They will find themselves in a very different way. Mr. Gill will certainly empower, more people to make decisions. And therefore, I suppose the senior management, he'll have to really perhaps build a good second and third sort of, number of people, etc.
Exactly what I was coming to. That's exactly what I was coming to, Mr. Parekh. While Ravneet Gill must have been an extremely capable banker in Deutsche Bank, Deutsche Bank basically in India does relatively, a smaller set of services. And I think they have a system where, category heads report to their heads in Germany or in Asia. The CEO here is not directly reported to by the various verticals. Be that as it may, even if they reported to him, it's not the kind of job that Yes Bank does, which has a large swathe of corporate lending, MSME lending, retail lending. It's a totally different space. Do you think Ravneet is the right fit? Ravneet Gill is the right fit? Or do you think he will have a lot of learning to do?
Well, I would certainly say that, banking, if you know very well, if you know the fundamentals of banking, and, if you've been a person who can really motivate people and bring a good team around you, then I suppose you can certainly make a good banker. Because, 80% of the banking, or a successful bank is how well your core is built. So if Mr. Gill spends more time in the next 1 or 2 years to build the core first, and then work on different approaches and strategies thereafter.
Okay.
I suppose it could work out. Much better than anybody else perhaps in the system, quite honestly.
Oh, right. Okay. So even a long experience in Deutsche Bank, although it will be a fewer set of services compared to Yes Bank does train you for this job. Ashvin Parekh, it's always a pleasure having you with us with your wide experience of Indian banking sector. That's a thumbs up coming from Ashvin Parekh that Mr. Gill is a great choice.